Hello. Welcome, everyone. I forgot to push the button that warns you that I'm going to appear on screen. Ahoy! Welcome aboard. I hope everybody is having a good start to your week. It's Monday. It is indeed Monday. Hello, NeoGets. Hello, Shadows of Life. Hello, Elixir. And yes, I believe there were some level ups in the community. Yeah, I don't know how it's Monday again. I really don't. But Lord Portico, I know for sure. And who is the other one? I'm sorry that I missed one, but somebody else leveled up. I know that it's almost Sterling's level up. Did Gary break the turbo lift again? Quite possibly. NeoGets, it was you? Congratulations on leveling up! Woo! I hope you did something fun. I don't know, Shadows. I truly do not know. When I started the room 3, yeah, probably. Yeah, I started the room 3 in June. But there was a significant period of time in there where I didn't end up streaming at all. So, and we finished it twice. Today we're after ending 3 and 4, I think. I hope. Ooh, what is Warhammer Blackstone Fortress? I don't know this one. I got a new hat. It is the Old Gods of Appalachia, deeper still hat from their Kickstarter. Oh, a hex-based tabletop. I've only done Warhammer 40k in the Warhammer universe as hex-based, and it was a long time ago. I think the last time I played that was round about the year that Depeche Mode's Songs of Faith and Devotion album came out. And I'm not sure what year that was. Let me see. 93. 1993 was probably the last time I played a hex-based Warhammer game. Did you do anything fun for your birthday? I don't know if we will be visited by the other birthday person, and I know that Elixir is going to be busily preparing for travels. Okay. Smaller teams, faster rules. The packing's done? Congratulations. This is going to be the weirdest 2 weeks. Because first, it's move-in at the university, which means the majority of available parking is not available. Hi, Hannah. It's ridiculously hot. There is a hurricane headed towards North Carolina, which means we'll get storms. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah. And like 90% of my department will be leaving for the first week of classes to attend a conference in Anaheim. I did not sign up. I'm not attending this year, which just means I get to do extra shifts on the reference desk. I considered going. Traveling to Anaheim is a lot of travel, expensive, and once my conference session proposal was not accepted, I didn't have a whole lot of reason to go. The best reason for me to go to the conference in Anaheim was that it would have afforded me the opportunity to arrange something completely unrelated to the conference, such as actually meeting Eric in person. But sadly, that wasn't enough justification for having my employer spend the money. Also, I just completely kept forgetting to sign up. And so by the time I seriously considered signing up, it was well past the early bird pricing, and so it just didn't happen. Detective Zen, hi! Thank you so much for the resubscription. 38 months! I'm not late. You're late. 33-month streak, but 38 months total. Amazing. Thank you. Majority of available parking is not available. Sounds like downtown here right now with the road resurfacing and curb replacement. Yeah, so I did misread it. I took the day off Friday because I thought there was basically just no parking. But the heavier restrictions on the lot that I typically park in go into effect tomorrow. Which wouldn't be so terrible because there is a parking garage that is usually my backup. Except that parking garage you cannot park in unless you have the plastic hang tag parking permit in your car, because it has to be able to trigger the gate to open. And right now, the car that I'm driving just has a paper temporary permit, because we got a second parking permit, and so we're waiting for it to arrive. And so I can't actually use that parking garage because I don't have any way to get inside, which means, let's see, my next potential option is another parking garage that's halfway across campus. But I don't know if that one also requires the hang tag to get into. If it does, then the closest parking I could use tomorrow would be in the Lytton Reeves parking lot, which is on the far end of the drill field, opposite side of campus from where I am, or from where I work. So, and so hopefully the parking pass will arrive tomorrow, and then I won't have to deal with that the rest of the week and can just park in the garage. But until it arrives in the mail, my options are limited. It wouldn't be so bad, except I really don't want to walk the entire length of the drill field during move-in in the hot August sun. You have one way, but it does involve damaging the car and the door. Yeah. Ooh, 40 stream streak. Yeah, so I mean, I I spent time today actually looking at the parking map and confirming like where the locations were, because I realized that my defaults aren't going to work. And while it did say here are the primary alternatives, the only one I knew was the Chicken Hill parking lot, and that parking lot is even further away than the Lytton Reeves lot, which is on the other end of the drill field. Technically, there's a bus. I have no idea what the bus service is going to be like during move-in, because it typically runs down the road that will be basically impassable because of everybody moving in. I really should have just taken vacation this week. Whatever. I feel like solving some puzzles that are definitely not in any way related to old gods and cosmic horrors. Right? There's no old gods and no cosmic horrors related to Hellraiser. Yeah. I'm gonna see about getting the game up. You should do a food. We ended up having hot ham and Swiss with salt and vinegar chips. I pushed play. No, I didn't. I clicked on the game, but I didn't click play. It's fine. We might get a game on screen at some point. So, we managed to get the second ending. And we're back now searching for ending number 3. All right, what do I have? I have the screwdriver still. I have the craftsman's key. I have this mysterious artifact. There's clearly another mysterious artifact that I do not yet have. What's an ending really? I mean, just take it from Clue. One ending is not enough. Okay. I have no idea where I need to go now. Are there going to be more puzzles that I'm suddenly able to solve that I was not able to do before? Who knows? I thought I had captured all of the ones we had missed, and yet I'm still missing an artifact. So let's have a little wander. The shadow knows. I mean, the shadow always knows. Detective Zen, congratulations on being randomly selected as a VIP for the stream. Enjoy your digital gemstone and the ability to manipulate punnage points. Oh, this. We didn't do this. This is this maze thing. And I was like, I need to see if there's like a map or something somewhere that I have yet to notice. The house blew up. You have no proof I did it. The house came back the very next day. I gather this house has at least 4 lives. Although it's not a cat house. That would have 9 lives. And a completely different meaning. If it was a cat house, we could start singing songs from the best little whorehouse in Texas. The movie version of which is not bad. Dolly Parton and Burt Reynolds. Oh, nope. Naturally, I want to hit escape to back out of things. That is not how it's done in this game. Okay. Clues to the maze. Could be a fun house, but then it'll be full of evil clowns. Evil clowns. Yes, it's always Crewman Gary's fault. I'm just clowning. If anybody sees anything that looks like a map to the maze, scream and shout. I want to sing and dance. I want to sing and dance. I want to be a pirate in the Pirates of Penzance. I shall try upstairs. Oh, that is significantly different. That is not what this looked like before. The guy in the hat at the corner of the screen you don't trust. I don't know if any of this is at all useful or meaningful. It probably would have helped us with last week's puzzle solving. That's my guess. Elevator go up. Elevator go down. Elevator go up. Elevator go down. All right. Map. I mean, I could wander aimlessly around the maze. There is this thing. But I wish I could zoom in. T U R P N M I B A D, another T, a lowercase n, a lowercase h, a capital H, a G. They're meaningless to me at this point, especially because I can't get closer to it. So I think it's just decoration. Am I confusing the lift with a yo-yo? This is possible. I could just explore. This is the same map. Not the same map, the same. Ah, yes. I honestly don't remember. We got a key from there. That's That's what that was. Yes, a key there. Carpet. But there are no drapes, so I would say they don't match. Yeah, I really feel like the game normally would give me a reference that would tell me how to navigate the maze. And I feel like we did have one. It was just in one of the other sections that I cannot go back to. But that was a different maze, unless it was the same maze. I would be amazed. Maybe it's an insane maze. That would make sense. Give me the ball. He wants the ball. It cannot have the ball. All right. A breakthrough. A portal remains stable, but only to look through. Touching the thing causes the image to fade. I need more power. The landscape is beyond extraordinary. Nothing's happening. I kind of feel like maybe this is meant to be viewed from up here, but I can't get closer to it, so maybe not? It looks like a door. Well, I guess the only thing that we can interact with that we haven't already done is the maze. Did I create them? No. Okay, goody. This is the wrong place. Oh, wait. There's a whole other room that I explored once. Maybe I should explore it twice. Thrice? Once, twice, 3 times a lady? Actually, I don't think there's anything else in here. It is very dark. That's just speculating about me. Candle. Okay. I don't know. Let's wander the maze. Which is in this room, yes? And there are no clues here, right? Where is Blue when you need him? Her. Him? Can't remember. All I remember is Blue Skidoo, you can too. Okay. Well, let's wander. Okay, all right, we are inside of a place. We can turn. But I don't know what we're looking for or why we're here. That's the way we came from. Okay, we have to turn. Such vivid descriptions. I can see why you're in charge here. Oh dear. Lord Portico! Birthday! Happy! Level up! Yay! Hello, hello. I wish to congratulate you on completing another revolution of the sun. Thank you for the 56-month resubscription! That wasn't the one I meant, but you and NeoGets both have had recent annual advancements. I do not know where we're going or what we're doing here, so I'm just sort of wandering and looking around. Also, do I need to have... I don't even need the freaking... Yours was in June? Happy birthday belatedly. Where are we trying to go? I mean, pretty soon I'm going to start feeling like I've been turned upside down. I think I may have an idea what we're going for now. Is that it? Yep. A mysterious artifact. A mysterious art. Actually, I think it unlocks a seal rather than being a seal. But that makes me wonder how you do the fourth ending. Because I don't know what else there is to solve. I'm sure the game will guide me in the right direction eventually. Either that or there's a walkthrough. Cetacean ops pets have escaped again. Oh, Gary lets them out at least twice a day. Okay. I think we're ready for ending 3. I assume it'll be ending 3. The third ending of the third room. Interesting. I don't remember that perspective from the last 2 times. It might just be me. Okay. one might consider that I would remember how to initiate. There. Alrighty. It's time for fun with lasers! Maybe some feelings, too. Oh, yes, this thingy. I think I got these two off by one. Lasers and filings, or sorry, lasers and fillings, the future dentist's story. As I'm a dentist. Now I'm thinking of person eating plants and evil dentists. Not a person eating plants, but plants that eat people. This one. You mean at lunch? Wait. Wait, you were a person eating plant at lunch? This is the conundrum of what exactly is a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater? Does it only eat purple people? Does it only eat one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people? The world may never know. Maybe it's just a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people that is looking for a dinner, for a diner. That is also possible. All right, we've been on the train. We don't want to go on the train. If it eats people who eat purple people, it would be a purple people eater. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Oh gosh, I remember not liking this one. This should not be as hard as it ends up being. Is that a pickle? It's a green laser initiator. We have the red laser. Next, we have the green laser. Ooh, I wonder if the fourth ending is just the red and blue lasers. Oh, I never considered that. I just did that order because that was the order before. But maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should. Well, we'll see. It's hard to find kryptonite's frequency. Apparently. Well, green kryptonite at least. Also to fight it. Alrighty. And blue. Give me a clue, blue. Okay. This one's going to be slightly more difficult. Oh, but I can control which direction they spin. Interessante. So... I see. Right. Okay, that's got 3 of them. But... have to do some mixing. Okay. That gets those 2, which is excellent. Ha! I didn't know I had solved it. But I'm happy I did. Okay. Oh, push the button. The tentacles grew longer. I'm sure it's fine. Yep. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. Wait, I've got... The green one went out? Maybe it won't let me do it? Until next time around. Wait, okay, so no, that's got all 3 of them, doesn't it? Or no? What in the... Okay. Yeah, it presently will not let both the green and blue be lit at the same time. That will be what we need to solve next time, I'm guessing. Well, let's go through the door with the red and blue. Wait, the boathouse again? But we had the boathouse already. Too much blue if you have blue and green. Actually, I don't know if it's possible to do blue and green. That might be worth trying. Since this gave us this, what seems like it was the same ending as the last one, which is escape. There's a reason I wore the old Gods of Appalachia hat today. The first ending did not have sky tentacles. I don't know if this letter will reach you. I only know the warder will take my bribe. You must come at once. When we opened the gateway, something was waiting. It had always been waiting. Now it is here. Soon we are doomed. I know you have no reason to trust me, but you must. You are the only one who can help. You are the only one who knows. You're the only one who will believe me. I am in Bethlehem. Find me. Tentacular Spectacular. Okay, so we did. Okay, that was the third ending release. Ah. Okay, congratulations. You've completed the room 3 for the third time and watched the events following your conduct. The final ending awaits. Use the Change Your Fate button on the main menu to explore Greyholm once more. Only by using the mysterious artifacts hidden by the craftsman will you earn the power to alter your destiny. Change your fate. You have experienced 3 of 4 endings only by using the artifacts. All right. I think the only thing we have to do is to get all 3 lights lit at the same time. I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. The first time, no, we collected it from there, and we can't put it back. So, yeah, I think we just go in. What's the worst that could happen? We wake up with a bunch of nails in our face? Okily dokily. Let's perusify. I don't think there's anything special that's different that we've missed. Yeah, alrighty. Well, here goes nothing. Why do we still have a screwdriver? No, seriously, why do we still have a screwdriver? Usually it would take it away from us if we were done with it. All right. I will keep my eye out for screws that are either loose or that I may loosen. All right. Let's grab this. Those are not screws of any sort that I can interact with. What if you're supposed to tighten them? I mean, it is possible. The possibilities are endless. Okay. I don't know. Oh, let's find out. And the possibility trees? Possibly. Possibility. All right. The screwdriver does not interact with anything in here. I pushed the button. I wonder if we can push that button again. I don't think we can. I think once that's lit, it's lit. And we can't get to the other two colors until it's lit. So, well, but it's not red yet. Right now it's white light. There's no screws there. All right. Huh. I couldn't use the screwdriver in there. I tried. Okay. Alright, let's see. We've got a mirror here. Pasta does sound good. But I don't want pasta made of Billy. And I'm not sure what Billy trees are, so I can't say whether I would enjoy that pasta or not. All right, this starts the red light. Red lightning. And until we activate the red, we can't do the other two colors, correct? Correct. Okay. I we'll see. I don't know if that's possible, but an attempt shall be made. Billy trees are the trees that sprout billies, obviously. Yes, that is obvious. You've never seen those photos of trees full of goats? I may have seen photos with trees full of goats before. There is a possibility that I have seen that. You gotta watch out for the goat rodeo. Wouldn't that be a goatio? Yo goatio, yo goatio, yo goatio, go. That was a Tiny Toon Adventures reference. All right. All right, Blue. How do you do? Um, oh my, Elixir. There's a mirror that we aren't using. Oh, fudge. How do I make these all... They're all aligned, but they're all facing the wrong direction. I think... like this. Okay. That opens blue. The white laser, you mean? It's points to a mirror there, to a mirror there, up into here. You mean this mirror? I think that mirror was already used. There is... well, I can't zoom in. I can't move that mirror again. It won't let me. I feel like I'm doing exactly what I did last time. So it's possible that there is something more that I need to do before we come back in, and that we're just getting ending 3 again. Yep. It just gives green. So we can't presently have all 3 at the same time. I can't manipulate that any further. We're about to be hit by ads, so I'm going to bring us to the Be Right Back screen and see you shortly. I'm back. Hello. I believe that we're still trying to figure this out. Ooh. Do you see what I see? All three lights at the same time! I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, just look at the door. There's no way this could be bad. It's not even wooden anymore. It's just void. I'm sure this is the best ending. Is that Mars? We have gone to Plaid. Are we on Mars? And if so, how are we breathing? Well, 100% complete. Congratulations, you have discovered all the secrets within the walls of Greyholm and have finally seen all the endings to the Room 3. Your dedication in this matter has been most impressive. Fireproof Games salutes you. Time 10 hours, 55 minutes, and 3 seconds. Lost. Yeah, it's what we saw in the telescope. But we're there. Okay, so that means it's time. Could have stopped an escape, but no, we had to demand more power. I mean, who wouldn't want more power? Isn't that the point? There it is. It just means that we get to move on in the series to the Room 4. It has a subtitle, Old Sins. I'm sure that doesn't mean anything about badness. That is, if it will begin. All right, let me do the telling it how to. All right, I want you to capture Old Sins and audio sources, game audio. I wish for you to also capture Old Sins. I mean, capturing Old Sins just seems. I suppose it's a good thing to capture Old Sins. Oh, pretty witchery. Hello. Yeah, we hadn't. NeoGets. I was beginning to worry that we had too, and then I turned around and there was a panel, and I could click on it, and it had a screw. The Room 4. Old sins. I have no idea. I assume it's going to be very much the same. I don't think we're on Mars anymore. Old Sims. I've searched every room in the house but this attic. I won't get much further in the dark. Tutorial. Click and drag the screen to look around. All right, I have done so. I'll need to turn on that floodlight if I'm going to find out what's over there. Double-click the floodlight to focus on it. Flip the switch. Signal lamp type B, groups 2 and 3A, range X, FLP 55. British Electric Company, London. I think it's broken. I'll need the screwdriver from my case. Right-click to zoom out. Double-click on the case. Lift the latches to unlock the case. They're giving the tutorial assuming that you could start with this game, which is fine. My notebook holds all the information I was given for this assignment. Double-click the notebook. I was like, it's a tutorial. What do you want me to do? Does that not look like an SOS in some form? Technically, I guess it would be a ZOS, but British Journal of Engineering and Science. Notorious engineer dismissed from the Royal Institute. Mr. Edward Lockwood provokes fury of the Royal Institute. Edward Lockwood, an engineer at the Royal Institute, was handpicked for something. After record of his experiments attracted the attention of his superiors at the Royal Institute. In 1889, I think? 1886, possibly. Complicated over the assignment of Royal and his powers as director. Launching a power struggle with somebody who was secretary. It actually has it's almost impossible to make out the letters, and there's no way to zoom in on them or magnify them without like an external magnifying glass that isn't really going to do a whole lot of useful. I could take a screenshot and try to zoom in. I'm gonna do it. Let's see. I don't know if it will help. I could make out some of it, and if given enough time, I'm sure I could probably make out the whole thing. But I don't want to take that much time. Oof. Somehow, this has turned into an archival adventures. Edward Lockwood, an engineer at the Royal Institute, was handpicked. No. Oh, no. Was investigated for negligence after record of his experiments attracted the attention of his superiors at the Royal Institute. Today on Archival Adventures, the Room 4. In 1880 something, I still am not certain of the date there. That last number is hard to make out. I don't know, Luke Fawcett, maybe? Was forced to resign following a complicated controversy over management of the Royal Institution and his powers as director. Instigating, or I don't know, something. A power struggle with Thomas Rack, who was secretary, following various something. Let's see, a lack of clear definition of roles as outdated something, and the loyalty of the yeah, some of them I just can't make out. Rec launched a lawsuit to set the I can't. I don't know. He lost the lawsuit, whatever it was for. From 1896 to 22nd January 1904, the director of the Royal Institution was something Millwood, but following a review, the position was I'm not sure the word here from context, eliminated for being no longer affordable. There's an asterisk on that, but Lord knows. Oh no, it's not an asterisk, it's a quotation mark. The Royal Institution had something in a financial crisis following a something thousand development program led by Millwood, which included refund. I'm not certain. It's a long word. It's RE and then a tall letter, and then some short letters, then some more tall letters. But refurbishment of the something. I zooming in on it really doesn't clear it up that much. Refurbishment of the BOATHETION apostrophe S. I don't. That doesn't make sense. Rax, great. Pinwitty Street. I'm not certain. Holding, and the addition of a restaurant and bar with an aim to focus the various into a men's club for something, but I'm guessing stripping. It's strip club. I think they founded a strip club with their refurbishment money. The project ended 1,000 in debt. And that's where we get to the torn part. I am absolutely amazed that there's an actual, like, full-on article it is extremely difficult to make out what it says. I wonder if anybody has actually, like, fully transcribed it. The right-hand side is giving, like, the history of the Royal Institute. The Royal Institute of Great Britain something, abbreviated as the Royal Institute, Education and Research, based in London, founded in 1799 by blank. Anyway, there's not much mention of Lockwood, though. Just at the very beginning, he was forced to resign. Tentacles in the sky as harmful. Anyway, I'm amazed. I am absolutely amazed at the level of detail that I was able to get. It's clear somebody typed up an entire fake news story. I'm just gonna look and see. Um, there's a transcript. It, the newspaper articles in the room Old Sins contain readable text. I think readable is a relative term here. Okay. I've grabbed from the room wiki the transcription. Readable. The tentacle counts as a document. Well, have I told you about the documentalope? Edward Lockwood, an engineer at the Royal Institute, was investigated for negligence after several of his experiments attracted the attention of his superiors at the Royal Institute. In some date, Luke Fawcett, I got that, was forced to resign following a complicated controversy over the management of the Royal Institution and his powers as director, involving a power struggle with Thomas Rack. I can't believe I got that name too, who was secretary, following various something and general meetings of members. Androod was awarded a princely sum by Androod. I'm guessing that's actually Edward. Now I'm curious. I mean, we're looking at somebody else's transcription of it, so Androod doesn't make sense. Oh, it's not Androod. It's Andrade, Andrade. And the only reason I can instantly make that out is that that's my mom's current last name. So Andrade was awarded a princely sum by order of arbitrations. The arbitrators, arbitration and arbitrators was some of the words I was struggling with. The arbitrators blamed on a lack of clear definition of roles, an outdated constitution, and the inability of the protagonists to compromise. I did think that was protagonists. It just didn't seem to make sense to me, but now it does. Anyway, Rack launched a lawsuit to set the arbitrations aside, which he lost. From 1896 to 23rd January 1904, the director of the Royal Institution was Baroness Daisy Milmead. But following a review, the position was abolished for being no longer affordable. The Royal Institution had found itself in a financial crisis following a £2,000 development program led by Milmead, which included the re-establishment of the institution's main Great Prestwick Street and the addition of a restaurant and bar with an blank to turn the venue into a man's club for science. Okay, so not for stripping, but still. The project ended £3,000 in debt, so they spent £5,000. Lockwood subsequently announced that he blank farther blank for a series of outrageous experiments. The Royal Institution blank, it would continue to deliver its made charitable objectives blank Mead and a talented blank including blank laboratory Dr. Derek blank the blank. The rest is cut off. The right side of the paper contains parts from an altered version of the Wikipedia page for the Royal Institute. The Royal Institution of Great Britain, often abbreviated as the Royal Institution, is an organization devoted to scientific education and research based in London. It was founded in 1799 by the leading British scientists of the age, including David Germain, and its first president, Lyndon blank blank, for diffusing the knowledge and facilitating the general introduction of useful mechanical inventions and improvements, and for teaching, by courses of philosophical lectures and experiments, the application of science to the common purposes of life. Much of the institution's initial funding and the initial proposal for its founding were given by the Society for Bettering the Conditions and Improving the Comforts of the Poor under the guidance of philanthropist Sir Mac Rayfield and Irish-born British scientist Sir Barry something. Since its founding, it has been based at 23 Great Prestwick Street in Mayfair. Its royal charter was granted in 1800. Throughout its history, the institution has supported public engagement with science through a program of lectures, many of which continue today. The most famous of these are the annual Royal Institution Christmas Lectures, founded by Michael Faraday. The institution has had an instrumental role in the advancement of science since its founding. Notable scientists who have worked there include Sir Blank Williams, who blank, Anthony Dodd and David Leesons, who jointly won the Nobel Prize for their work on X-ray diffraction. In the 19th century, Faraday carried out much of the research which laid the groundwork for the practical exploitation of electricity at the Royal Institution. In total, 15 scientists attached to the Royal Institution have won Nobel Prizes. 10 chemical experiments, including blank, were discovered there. The electric generator was devised at the institution, and much of the early work on the atomic structure of crystals was carried out within it. The document then repeats the left half before being cut off. Amazing. Everything is a document. A tentacle is an artifact. Technically, yes, but artifacts are documents. So, depending on your interpretation. A tentacle should probably be wrapped in textile wrap or acid-free tissue paper and stored in a flat box. Ideally, it would be desiccated first. I don't want it molding or molting. I really don't want it molting. And then permanently entombed in an obsidian room and an eldritch seal. You've actually watched the Royal Institute Christmas lectures, Neoguts? I love that it's a slightly altered version of the Royal Institute, the actual real Royal Institute's Wikipedia article. That would make it a textile. A textile cult. Detective Zen, you need points. Okay, subject profile. Edward Lockwood. Age 32, height 176 centimeters. Notes, trained as a mechanical engineer, dabbled in chemistry. Marriage to Abigail Waldegrave, raised status. Led to assistant position at the Royal Institute. Position lasted 1 year. Dismissal occurred due to unspecified misconduct. In fact, it does not specify what the misconduct is. Deceased pioneer bequeaths estate to only daughter. Renowned artist Mrs. Abigail Lockwood inherits troubled Waldegrave Manor. Thankfully, transcription. Although much shorter. No, they haven't finished the transcription of these. Ah! Hilarious. Well, we'll see how well I can do. Let me get it in the best position possible. A poison chalice? The pestle with the poisons in the chalice from the palace. The vessel with the pestle holds the brew that is true? Is that right? Now I've gone and forgotten. The poison from the palace is in the vessel with the pestle. Right? Deceased pioneer bequeaths estate to only daughter. Renowned artist Mrs. Abigail Lockwood inherits troubled Waldegrave Manor. Oh. Miss. something surround the, including mysterious circumstances. Yeah, I can see why they haven't fully transcribed this one yet, because it's even harder to read than the previous one. But now I have to look at the poison chalice. Some reported shouting and hard arguments in the days leading up to the disappearance. As to potential motive, yeah, with enough time and patience and a little bit of digital manipulation, I think you could make out what the words are. They're just not clear enough, at least on my monitor, to be able to really read it right now. Apparently burdened with debt, but yes, the pill with the poison is in the vessel with the pestle. The chalice with the palace holds the brew that is true. I'm sorry, they missed a golden opportunity. If they were willing to take Wikipedia for the previous article, why didn't they have the pellet with the poison is in the vessel with the pestle, the chalice from the palace holds the brew that is true, or the chalice with the palace holds the brew that is true, as the text here? That should be the text here. I mean, I don't know if I can do anything more. Yeah, I'm already at high graphic resolution, but it's 1920 by 1080 on a computer monitor, so it's not, that's not super clear. So with a little bit of like an image manipulation program, I could probably clean them up a little bit, but it will also muddy some of the text. It's fine. Let's see. Spouse profile. Name Mrs. Abigail Lockwood, née Waldegrave, age 28. Height 162 centimeters. And yes, that movie is a classic for a reason. Notes. Classically trained artist, known for funding exhibitions. Only child of the esteemed Hugo Waldegrave. I have no idea if Waldegrave is the correct pronunciation, but, you know, whatever. Marriage to Edward was controversial. On her father's death, Abigail inherited Waldegrave Manor and family's substantial debt. Floor plan of Waldegrave Manor. First floor, ground floor. I don't know where we are presently, but the first floor includes a study with a balcony, a maritime room, stores, bedroom, curiosity room, South Tower day room, Japanese gallery. It's interesting that the bedrooms are literally big enough to hold a bed and nothing else. Ground floor has dining room, kitchen, a maid's room with a rear entrance into it, morning room, hall, drawing room, gallery, billiards room, library, foyer, and the main entrance. Apparently, we're going to play Cluedo / Clue. Collector report. 1st November, Mr. Lockwood's report. Yep, I got the screwdriver. Mr. Lockwood's reports to my employers have ceased. Probable interference by his wife. Current whereabouts unknown. 12th November, police search of Waldegrave Manor yields nothing. These matters are far beyond their understanding. 14th November, my employers insist the sample remains within Waldegrave Manor. By now, its effects will be unmistakable to a trained eye. Follow the trail. Follow it to the source. This is very much like any ledger or diary that we get in the archives. Content at the front, and then many, many blank pages. Because just like people today, people in the past who kept journals eventually stopped or forgot and left a lot of blank pages. There's another article there. Anyway, I have totally digressed. Okay. What was that? I need a better look. Okay, I got the screwdriver. Drag the screwdriver onto the screw. Attention, all hands. We will be ending this eldritch edition of Archival Adventures soon, as viewing too much of these documents in one sitting will lead to madness. Instead, we will be heading to space with the crew of the USS Pride over at Althaven for another episode of The Last Excelsior in about 15 minutes. Thank you, Lord Portico. All right, we need to complete the circuit. Let there be light! Well, I know, Pretty Witchery. A dollhouse? Something isn't right. Double click the dollhouse to explore. Investigate the dollhouse. Uh-huh. Ooh, no, but I want to read it. I know, it's an upside down coat of arms. There's a there's a stag here and a swan, 2 fleur-de-lis, a castle, 3 diamonds. Looks like there's some olive branches coming out from behind the castle and some grasses in front of it. Audacia et Industria. Audacity and industry, I think. But I'm not certain about audacity. Industria makes sense, but I'm actually really excited about this game. Oh, courage and industry. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You're not running across the country? That's probably best. Sucked into the dollhouse and had to solve mysteries in there? Yeah. Yeah, you know, one might... I don't think that's gonna happen. There's a weird blue-green mirage. This surface looks unusual. I'll need something else from my case. Everyone has secrets. Mine just happened to be hidden in this box. Speaking of Cursed Dollhouse, I know another game. An eyepiece. I'll need this. I'll need to open, but anyway. I couldn't read the sentence. Open the eyepiece. Open your eyes. Um, there. Curses cost extra. I hope you got a decent price on that house. I'm trying to remember the name of the game that I was just thinking of. Break the seal. Find the null. Oh yeah, it's not the void, it's the null. Maquette, I think, is the game I was thinking of. Yeah. The whole cursed dollhouse thingy made me think of Maquette. Sometimes the eyepiece can be used to see things that are otherwise hidden. I should use the eyepiece to examine the dollhouse. The dollhouse appears to be the house we're in. I would think a curse would be it won't let me back up. Actually, it might make it more expensive nowadays. It's probably not good that the hallway twists. This place, full of bad energy. Can't do a thing with it. Yeah. This is fine. It. Oh, that's a cool globe. Half globe. I like it. Nice. I can't do anything with it other than zoom in on it. A bell tower with a bell and a plate below it that's got west highlighted. Spot for a coat of arms. So far, like I tried to go inside, but I prefer my models not to come with liminal space. I what am I supposed to do? Ah. Oh. I'm supposed to straighten out the room? Do things straight? The question mark button will glow when a new hint is available. Hints can be disabled from the options menu. Options menu. Hints off. All right. Double click the symbol to enter the room. I'm sure it's safe. The foyer. No, but my notebook. My notebook with the map. Apparently, you can exit, but you cannot turn around and go back to your case where the notebook with the map in it is located. It's fine. I recognize that shape. It took us to Mars. I have a feeling we're a different character in this game. Thank you, Zen. Do y'all see the dark mist rising from the book? The book about etiquette for husbands and wives? I'm sure that it's totally fine and in no way foreshadowing anything at all. Huh. How do you handle a book with dark ominous mist? Probably an exorcism. Actually, at first I would give it a mold treatment. Because they definitely don't want black mold in the archives. Siege, hello. Thank you for the 2 bits. Shave and a haircut. Might be beyond mold treating. They are unloading apparatus by the cartload, and I see my husband transform into a wild-eyed child. He hasn't been this animated since he left the Royal Institute. The men work in silence and stand awkwardly in my presence, heads down, silent. They will not hold my gaze. They look so desperate. I move aside, stay out of their way. Why are certain men so threatened by women of intelligence? They will warm to me as they come to know me, I am sure. The main thing is that Edward is working again. All right, so it's etiquette for husbands and wives. And it's mostly blank and somehow just has a weird journal entry in it. This is not at all what I expected from the null-infested book. It seems the books in this dollhouse hold more than their covers suggest. I suspect they will be key to uncovering what happened here. A brass mechanical coin. Marriage equals total chaos, according to that book. Well, quite possibly. All right, coin. Yeah. Windmill key. Oh. It apparently ticks on its own. It made it into a flower. Not a scary flower at all. All right, we got constellations somehow. Oh. Okay. it's upside down, but it's there. Oh, it's the family crest that needs to go. This looks like it belongs on the dollhouse. Yes, it does. I turned off the hints. We're still in the tutorial, apparently. I think it's a swan. It could be a goose and a stag. That's not at all a problem. The seal! The null must lie beyond. Uh-huh. It's a goose. It has to be a goose on this channel. Stag. Peace was never an option. Stag and... Well, the goose is missing. Of course. We'll just assume that we have to complete Untitled Goose Game in order for it to show up. But we are gonna leave off the room 4, which is looking pretty awesome. And we'll get ourselves moving on over to the Alt Havens. Because it's time for the next episode of The Last Excelsior from the Streampunks. And we definitely would like to get over there for that. Thank you, of course, to my moderators, Elixir, Hannah, and Lord Portico, who were here, and of course to Sterling, who was not, and I hope you're getting some sleep, Sterling. And thank you, Detective Zen and Lord Portico, for the resubscriptions. Thank you, Lord Portico, for gifting a 3-month subscription to Shadows of Life. Thank you, Shadows, and Siege for the bits. Hi, Wannabe Sayuri. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. I'm excited about the next game. I don't know. I will explore whether the Room 5 is even an option. The Room 5 is a VR game, and so I'm not even certain that my computer will... My computer supposedly is supposed to be able to do VR, but I've never done it. And I'm not sure what that would look like streaming. But maybe we'll try it. I don't know. All right, we're going to get the raid going to the wonderful, wonderful Althaven. And I invite you all to raid with me. I do have a raid call. It comes in both subscriber and non-subscriber flavors, so just copy pasta the version that works for you and drop it in chat when we get over there. I should be on Wednesday for actual archival adventures with the part 2 of the Diary of a Confederate Teenager. Oh. We will increase the O counter. And then the next game stream should be Saturday for what probably will be the end of Paper Trail. We'll be back for more Room next Monday. See y'all soon. Until I see you next, get out there and do some shenanigans, everybody.